Well, as Dad passed away last week, we brought Mum down for a break. So we brought her down here on a holiday for a week's holiday with us. I don't suppose you people in England can hardly remember Mum, but she was 82 last Friday.
Hello everybody. Oh, say hello. Hello. What's the weather like? Oh, it's lovely here. She wants to know what the weather's like. It's marvellous. Yeah. Isn't it? Mm. A lovely sunny day today. And a funny old leg. Got my shorts on for the first time. Funny old leg. Yeah. She slipped and fell over yesterday. Not too bad, but she's took a lot of skin off her leg. Didn't you? Yeah. Never mind. Gonna watch you now, are we? Yeah. Don't fall over again. Wave your hand. Hello. There's plenty of snow. No. I hope you've stopped your machine, ever. You're just waiting. Betty and family all right, and John and Peter, and Lenny just gone back to Aussie. And I was going to say I'm 23 today, but that's not right, is it? Hey?
No, you're not right. Not 23 today.
You're right. No, you're 83.
82.
That's right, yeah.
Do you remember going to Sylvia's in England when you went over to England some years back?
Oh, it was a long time ago. You're talking about who's Sylvia?
Sylvie. Sheila's sister.
Oh yes, I remember going over there. Yeah, we went to call on the sister. I remember as plain as anything. Yeah.
I see we got lots of baby apples on the tree, Mum. I say baby apples on the tree coming. Bit cooler under there for her. Sheila's just putting some repellent on her legs to keep the sandflies off, as we get a lot of sandflies here, and they're only little tiny midges and they give you quite a nasty bite. Unfortunately, Mum fell over last night here and grazed her leg, so we had to do all that up for her.
You're the only one that can feel that. No, but I don't mean the only one that can bring it up. But you've got to buy the film first.
Right, when the sound of the rivets behind us stop riveting, I'll be able to tell you perhaps what's going on. Anyway, there's no medals for guessing why our lane is called Pipe Lane. That's right, you've guessed it, I think, because we have a whacking great pipe stuck right in front. Across the other side there's Sheila mowing the lawn and our house in the background. There it is. Now, it's just coincidence that the pipe is there. Pipe Lane has been called Pipe Lane for donkey's years. But this big pipe here is part of the conveyor belt which is going through for the gold company. The men making all that noise with the rivets, so they're down the bottom of the section of pipe there. Pipe Lane apparently was called Pipe Lane many years ago when the gold company had a water pipe going right the way through. And right out up the hill. Now they are putting in a conveyor belt from up there on the hill where they're going to process all the ore and the stuff that comes out of the mine. It's processed behind that hill to get the gold out of it. And of course it's going to run right the way through in front of our property. But that's why it was named Pipe Lane years ago, because of the old water pipe that ran through here. And it's just coincidence today, as I say, that they're putting another pipe in for the conveyor belt which will run right the way through here, right down in front of us. And out the other end to the gold mine itself. Again, looking around, there's the pipe that's going to go in. It's later this afternoon, I'll get a shot of it going in perhaps, or they didn't tell me it might be tomorrow before it goes in. We'll see if Sheila's still mowing the lawn. I can hear the mower going. Yep. That's another angle of looking at the men working on the pipe. Anyway, we don't want to bore you too much with all this work going on in the pipe, but we'll see if we can come round and have a look at Pipe Lane itself. Pipe Lane has only got 6 houses in it. It's only just a small, short road. See if we can get a look down there at Sheila still mowing the lawn. I think she's down there, yeah. Just keeps the side of the garage there and the house. Again, looking the other way, along where the conveyor belt's going to go. Ah, they've actually stopped that machine behind me. Pipe goes under the road and way up the hill. There's Union Hill in front of us there now. Through the tunnel at the top and out the other side for processing. The conveyor belt is yet to be put in. Since we've moved into the house, I built this brick wall along the front. Just for something to do, make the place look a bit tidy and keep yourself busy. They're only second-hand bricks that we bought, and I've made a shed at the back to stand in the shed there and clean the bricks up. Also, since we've moved in, I built that shed there. We've only been here 6 months now in the house, and that was the first thing I done, was to build that shed for a workshop. And then I also built the other one next to it, the iron shed there, for cleaning bricks in. Over there behind us, we have a garden centre. Oh, I wish Sheila would go away with that lawnmower. As I said before, over there behind us is the garden centre. We can nip over there for plants or what have you. And just down here in front of us, Sheila wanted an outdoor barbecue. Well, most people in New Zealand have a barbecue outside. So I built this one out of bricks while we still had all the second-hand bricks. Well, the men are now ready to roll it in position. Well, while the big crane this end lifts it, got the other bulldozer this end pushing it. That's like lifting a giant centipede. You just see Sheila right over there. Oh, she's waving. Oh, we got all the neighbours turned out for this today. I can hear you whispering in the background, Tina.
What? I said you look silly talking to yourself.
Sheila over there with some of the neighbours. Everybody has treated it as a great afternoon out to see the pipe go in, a pipe lane. Oh, by the way, I'm going to make a slight interruption there while we're talking about the weather. I thought I'd interrupt here and show you last night's weather forecast. We'll put that on. And there's one or two things you might not understand in it. One of the things is in the weather forecast they put burn time on there. That's not in case anything catches fire at all outside. Burn time, when you see that on there, means that you can't stay out in the sun any longer than the time that they tell you. So if the burn time is 16, 18 minutes, you can't stay out in the sun any longer than that, otherwise your skin shrivels up and you burn. And sunburn is very painful, believe me. So when you see that burn time, that means that's the length of time you can go outside into the sun. You can go longer providing you put long sleeves on. The lady can put a dress on with a long sleeve in it, but you must wear a hat as well. So you can stay out longer than that, but bare skin, no longer than the burn time. Anyway, it is the weather forecast. I thought I'd just put that in. Well, a lot of people have asked me, how do you make the tapes? Of course, naturally we've got to have a camera, which I'm talking into right now. But people like yourself, Tom, Molly, Les, Daphne, they don't really know the art of it. So a lot of people have asked me, how do you come to make all these tapes? They've seen my tapes, they think to themselves, well, they're really good, you know. So I thought, well, I'm here now making up tapes ready to send to England. So I thought, well, I'll show you some of the gear that I do use. If I've got time later on in the other tapes for England to Dennis and Joan, if I've got time, I'll include this clip. But if I haven't got time, I shall leave it out, because you yourself, Dennis, knows what it takes to edit a tape and to carry on. Well, of course, one of the things, the handy thing, is the remote control. This is the one with the cord on it. I've also got the cordless remote control for the video and another one for TV. Well, anyway, we'll start off by telling you, first of all, I use 3 videotapes. We have this video down here, which is the Philips video, and that I use off the TV, as it takes, I believe, 16 channels. It does everything but stand on its head pretty near. It has got 2 speeds, so that you can play a tape up to, if you put a long player tape in there, you can play a tape up to 8 hours in that video. And that is part of used for editing. Another one, another tape, number 2 tape, is this one on the top here. This video here is a portable video, and I take that out with the camera for recording outside, making outside tapes, and it's a very useful one. It's just a little tiny portable one. Oh, by the way, the first tape, the first video there, we've had that 2 years. This one is now, which is recording. I shan't disturb it too much. It's now recording what I'm saying to you now. But this little video, you can see on top there, it says super lightweight, and it weighs 2.3 kilos, which is only, it's about under 5 pounds. And this little tape will do just about anything you want it to. On the side there, as you can see, you've got input for volume, video, output for volume, video, and also a space there for a mic. On the back, it has also the same sort of facilities here. You can plug in for recording from the television, also playing movies back onto the television with it. On the front, you've got the
control. Also you can control it from the front. You've got insert, memory. It does all the basic things that an ordinary one does, except you've got 2 speeds on there. You can run fast and slow. And also one of the most important thing on there is dubbing, so that I can put a scene in and delete a scene, or if I'm out filming, I can then put on that video sound afterwards. I can dub the sound in afterwards, which is very important, because I like to talk a lot when I'm making a movie. It's very important to let people know exactly what your film is about. If I'm out there, say we're on, for argument's sake, we're on holiday, and you see something, you go, oh, that's lovely to record. So you tape it. But then you think, well, I haven't got any sound on it. So you can always get books from the library, or you can go to the Tourist Information Centre where you're on holiday, get a brochure or a thing on the place you've filmed, and then when you come back afterwards, you can put your commentary on through the microphone. And I'm a great believer in talking all the time that I am actually taping, because there's nothing like sitting there watching a scene not knowing what it's about. And I always put all the information I can on it. If I'm out and I'm going to take a scene, even of Sheila or Tina out on the beach, before I take that scene, I'll stop and I'll think to myself, now what am I going to say while the camera's running? And I'll build up something in my mind which I want to say, then I'll start shooting and talk at the same time. But as I say, if I do happen to take a scene where I haven't said anything, then I'll dub the sound in afterwards. Even with the home movies years ago, when we had the ordinary movie camera, I'd done the same thing then. I never took silent movies. I always liked to put sound on even those films. Anyway, that's the third video is this one over here on the top of the TV up here. That one is a standard video, and we've had that one 5 years. We've cleaned the head several times on that one, on that standard one, if you can see that or not. And by the way, this one here, I've had this little video, which does everything for me. I've had this 10 years. And during that time, we have played back hundreds of tapes and recorded hundreds of tapes on it. And, you know, I've never had the top off of it, and we have never, in all that 10 years, we've never cleaned the heads yet. They've never been cleaned. And there it is, it's still recording now. And, this little TV here we use as a monitor TV. That's the monitor. I haven't got it plugged in at the moment, but use it for a monitor. And also the big TV down here with massive wires. We've got wires running about everywhere, as you can see. This one's going now to the camera where I am now using this video. Well, anyway, I thought I'd explain to you how I do all my editing. And editing is most important of all. When I've done a film, there's nothing like coming home and doing the editing. It's really enjoying it. That's what I enjoy most of all about making the movie, doing it, is the editing. I like going out, of course, and using the camera and filming, but the editing of it is the most rewarding at the end, to fit all the bits and pieces in together. And seeing the end product once you've done it. Well, anyway, I think that's about the lot. Oh, by the way, Tom, I forgot to mention, we got a calendar from England about a week or so ago. Anyway, it arrived here about 10 weeks late from England, and they sent us a calendar, you see, for Christmas on it. And in there I noticed that your holidays in England, you only have 6 a year. I think you had 2 for Christmas, 1 for spring, 1 for August, that was 4, a Good Friday, and Easter Monday. And I think that was your lot, 6. And I was, really surprised, because we come from England, as I say, all those years ago, and I couldn't remember back. I knew we used to have 1 for Whitsun, and I think that must be your spring one, is it? Well, anyway, I then looked at our calendar to see what we get and counted up, and I found that we have 15 public holidays here a year. I thought, that's amazing, you know. And, well, we have Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and the 2 days after that. Then for New Year, you don't even have a holiday New Year, only the Scotsman. And we have New Year, New Year's Day, 2 days after New Year. Then we have Anniversary Day at the end of January. February the 6th is Waitangi Day. It was the day we signed the treaty in 1840. And that was another holiday. The next one after that was Good Friday, the same as you get, and Easter Monday. Then we have Anzac Day. Anzac Day is the day we remember our dead soldiers in the wars. Well, of course you call that Remembrance Day in England, but you only get 2 days, 2 minutes silence, don't you, for that? We have the whole day off. That's Anzac Day. Our next holiday after that is the first Monday in June. We have the Queen's birthday. We celebrate that, have the day off for that. I don't know whether you have a day off for the Queen's birthday, but I don't know why we celebrate your Queen, or it's really our Queen of course, but why we celebrate that I don't know. We have our own Queen here in New Zealand. Tina was only telling me the other day she met her. It's the Maori Queen of course, and we have our own Queen here in New Zealand. A lot of people didn't know that. What else do we have? After the birthday, Queen's birthday, we have Labour Day. That's the first Monday, no sorry, the last Monday in October is Labour Day, and then we're back to Christmas again. 15 public holidays in all. Anyway, we will continue.